The Silence After the Storm. I grew up in a small grey town in the northeast of England, the kind of place where everyone knows everyone, and rumors spread faster than the wind. The streets were always cold, even in summer, and the sound of the sea crashing against the rocks was a reminder of how trapped I felt there. For most of my childhood, I felt like I was living someone else's life. My family saw me one way, a quiet, awkward kid who didn't quite fit in, but inside I knew who I really was. I was a girl, and the mirror only reflected what I was trying to escape. When I finally moved to the Northwest for university, it felt like my first real breath of freedom. I could start over. No whispers, no judgment, no small-town gossip. Just me, finally me. I threw myself into my studies and tried to rebuild my life piece by piece. But then there was her, let's call her A. I met A online, not through some magical love story app, but just Tinder of all places. I wasn't looking for romance. I just wanted someone who understood. Someone I could talk to about makeup, hormones, dysphoria, and all the things that most people didn't get. She seemed perfect for that. Our first meeting wasn't even supposed to happen. It was one of those random, impulsive moments. Hey, I'm in town. Want to meet? And I said yes. We met at a small cafe near the station. She smiled at me, nervous but kind. And for the first time in a long time, I didn't feel like a stranger in my own skin. We talked for hours about movies, music, life, everything. By the time the sun went down, it felt like the world had finally given me something good. One date became two became a dozen. We grew close fast, too fast maybe. She became my safe place, the person I ran to after long days, the one I trusted with everything, but slowly things started to change. Whenever we were intimate, I'd sometimes freeze. My body didn't feel like mine, and the mirror in my head wouldn't let me forget. I'd stop halfway through, whisper, "I can't," and she'd sigh, roll her eyes, and sometimes even guilt me into continuing. She didn't understand. Maybe she didn't want to. It wasn't love anymore. It was fear disguised as affection. Then, one night, during my second semester, she just stopped answering my messages. My calls went straight to voicemail. A week later, I saw her picture, smiling with someone else. It broke me. I wish I could say I left it at that, but I didn't. I clung to her like she was the last thing holding me to this world. I told myself it was my fault, that maybe if I were more normal, she wouldn't have left. When she finally admitted it, that she'd been cheating for weeks, I just went quiet. There were no tears, no shouting, just silence. But in mud, I was shattering. I started skipping classes, isolating myself. The nights got longer, and my mind became darker. I told myself I deserved it, that maybe if I disappeared, no one would notice. That week, I tried 4 times to make the noise stop. Each time, something pulled me back. A text from a classmate, the sound of rain, the faint thought that maybe things could still change. The university found out. They put me under watch, made sure someone was always with me. My flatmates reported what happened, and it got back to my family. I don't know what I expected. Maybe concern, maybe love, but instead, they laughed. They laughed. My mother made a joke about drama queens. My brother said something about attention-seeking. My aunt, the one who always claimed to love me, said, "Maybe if you stopped pretending to be someone you're not, you'd be happier." That's when something inside me finally broke. I blocked them, every single one of them. I stared at my phone for hours afterward, my chest tight, wondering if I'd just made the biggest mistake of my life. 2 weeks have passed. The silence is deafening. No calls, no messages, nothing, just the hum of the city outside my dorm window. Sometimes I wonder if I did the right thing. They're still my family, right? The people who raised me, who are supposed to love me no matter what. But love doesn't sound like laughter when you're in pain. Love doesn't mock your scars. I've started seeing a counselor at university. She told me something that stuck. You can't heal in the same place that hurt you. And maybe she's right. I'm slowly learning to exist without their voices in my head, to find comfort in small things again. Morning coffee, soft music, the smell of rain. I've met people who see me for who I am, not what I was. It's not perfect. The nights are still heavy, and sometimes I still cry without knowing why. But I'm here. I'm still breathing. Maybe one day I'll forgive them. Maybe one day they'll see me for who I really am. But for now, I'll keep walking. Away from the storm, into whatever light I can find, because surviving is its own kind of victory.